good morning, Wagwan, full people. Wanna deal with this morning. Alright, so it's a Sunday morning. Me always tell you already says Sundays are always sunny. Well, not this morning. Not this Sunday. This Sunday it's misty. It's not raining. It looked like it rained last night, but it's definitely overcast this morning. So let's see if that'll change in a minute. But it's still a beautiful morning. It's just bleak. It's not a sun day today. But anyhow, it's all good. We got a little bird right there chirping. He's red, like a red bird. It's up in the tree somewhere right there. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. Even although it's rainy, it's overcast. Still a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. So wagwan my people all over the world. I may not have thousands of subscribers yet, but the few will watch, good morning. Alright, so today it's kind of wet. I was planning on putting the brake rotors on, but might have to hold on that, as well as I might go out there because it's not raining, so I might just do it real quick. Last night I didn't vlog that, but I seasoned up some curry chicken. I said I was gonna do it, but I didn't film it. Season up some curry chicken. So today is Sunday. We're gonna run a pot today. Curry chicken and rice and peas and whatever else we want to put with it. As I said, I don't eat chicken, but I cook it. Friends and family can eat. I have my peas on my boil already. Small pot of peas or boil right there. So go and hot my water. I go give the kitchen a nice little clean. It's already clean, no dishes nor nothing. But you have crumbs all over, so I go get a little clean, put up some things. Oh, I don't know if you don't know about this. The scallion, green onions they call it over here. We call it scallion or escallion. Yeah, we have open name man. All over the world, a different place. In Jamaica we call it scallion. So scallion, the root of it, when you cut it off and use it, what I do is I just plant it back right here. Look, you see that? I scallion that I grow again. So yeah, I just stick them in the planter and it grow, and then you have scallion for use again over and over and over. Just keep cutting off the bottom part of the scallion, the root part, and plant it in a planter box. Make sure you get enough water and you'll have scallion in like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks sometime. In a week them reach halfway. In a 2 weeks you have a full grown scallion again, or green onions here in America, or escallion, or depends on where you're going in the world. I don't even know what the Spanish people them call it, but they have open name feet. So yeah, it's wet outside, see that? But we're going, ground myself and feel the earth and feel the vibes and the vibration of the land. I don't even know if that's right, but yeah. So I say some foolishness in the morning. Yeah. Wipe off my foot, I'm gonna come blow off out just with the leaf blower. It's kind of dusty out there. But yeah. But yeah, man. As I say, every morning is a beautiful morning, even when it don't seem like it will be a beautiful day. Just make it be a beautiful day. It's all good, guys. Just don't worry about it. Life there for just live and be happy and free and do what you want to do. If you're in the working mode this morning and you have to go to work or you go to church, and just be happy and do whatever the day calls for. You understand? That's why you see me, I want to stay free from, you know, Jamaican them would have said Babylon. But if me stay free from all of these things, there's nobody. Me not have to get up and go, you understand me? I say report to nobody and all them things. You know, report to no one. So, you know, sometimes things might look rougher doing it my way, but me rather deal with that than have to deal with people and, you know. So, I mean, I don't want boss for no one either. So, me kind of in a space now where no one is the boss and me don't want no one's boss. I just live my life and just free and just happy every day, and you know, that are the space for me there, right? Just like how you don't want nobody boss of you, me don't want boss of nobody. Nobody enough to answer to me, you understand? And me not answer to nobody. I just so live. We will respectfully have employees in the future, but me not no boss for them, you know? We're gonna make it as, you know, as good as possible, you know. For those who want to come and work, will be able to work in a stress-free environment. We're not building a slave ship where you have to come and row. You understand? So just the way how me don't want to work for nobody, you understand? Me don't want nobody under them condition. Of course, me contradicting so people have to go work for me. But we're not gonna build it the way how we wouldn't want it. You understand? The way how we wouldn't want to work for people and a stress and a this and that. We're gonna create an environment where people are happy to come and work, who want to come and work. You understand? So, you know, it sounds contradicting, but we'll do it with a different, you know, a different flavor. You understand? You're not go dead there work or slave work 14 hours a day and all them things. No. So, you know, there's a lot of little things here. Even with people, I don't have no scripts. I'm just talk things will come to my mind. So as it come to my mind, I talk about it. So in the restaurant space or in America here, if you notice, nobody when they reach our work, nobody no sit down. No way. The whole 8 hour you need for dip on your foot, right? And the reason why I don't know the reason why, but even cashiers. If you notice in the islands and Jamaica and other parts of the world, they'll have a cashier with a chair sitting down where them can cash and rest them foot. Them not must sit down, but them have a space where they can sit down and do the work, right? Cashiers depend on them foot 8 hours a day here, right? You know, standing 8 hours a day, how hard that is if you come home and do everything else what you have to do. That must stress out people and kill them, you know, that alone. So that's how we see difference with the islands versus, you know, well, me I talk based on the islands because me I talk of like Jamaica and thing. You know, Jamaica start to get Americanized and a slave people them with it too. Don't get me wrong, you will see it where people up on them foot all day. Unless you're a construction worker and you use somebody will lay a roof and work on road, then you got up on your foot all day. There's no sitting down in those jobs. But remember now, you know, you choose to go do that and it pay more and all of them something. So, you understand? You're there on your foot all day. But I don't think in a kitchen space or even in a one cashier position, you should have created a position where the people must stand up all day upon them foot in one place. So stand up, right? Tell them all if you buy all the cushion mat them because fatigue mat them for your foot. That don't make no sense to me. That just stress out people. And then they still have to leave this and come stand up for the rest of the evening to deal with kids and pick up Pitney and do all of them something there. And them just stand up before. You understand? So, them think they're slave mentality. You understand? If you're there work and nothing now go on, you need to can sit down and catch your foot, catch up. You know? They're assessing, but you know, you need to sit on a chair and rest your legs a little bit in our working environment, even if it's you're on the clock and you know have nothing to do. But here, once you're on the clock, if you're nobody in a store, you end up have to go on straighten up the store, you have to go do this at no time you can sit down on your foot. So all over there Jamaica or Highlands and feel like say them thing they go on. We have it good in the islands and we have it good down there, you understand? Compared to here. You were there saying and the store now have no customer for the whole day, you know. But you have to dip on your foot for the whole day. The boss and the manager and all them now go and pay you for just sit down and I don't know you and you just a sit down, you know. And them not have no customer, you know. But you can't sit down. So you get penalized for that as the worker. Right? So me only I said this for say that in the morning I say, you know, we're gonna try build a better environment. You understand me? I say if my employees them in a the store and you know them do what them need for do, everything get done. Of course, if there's no customer coming through the door, that not say you can't. Me not gonna penalize them for sitting on a little chair or a little waiting area till somebody walk through the door. There's nothing else to do. As long as you not have things to prep. You know, if you finish up everything and get everything done and there's nothing to do now but just to serve the customer or cook something when them show up through the door, then why would you just be there standing around looking at the fryer and looking at the equipment them? You understand me I say? Of course you can grab a seat and sit down until a customer now will have a problem if the customer is there and you're still sitting down there. You understand? That's a difference. You understand? So people tend to take advantage of that. But if you communicate with the employees them and make them know, say this is the way you want it run. Yes, you can take a little chair and sit down and read and whatever, right? During your downtime. But the minute somebody walks through the door, make sure you jump up and make it look like you never did sit down, right? So, you know, we're now gonna have a chair in front of the customer, of course. So those who are watch might feel like no chairs not gonna in the pickup area or in the cashier area or anything like that. But in the back end, we'll have a little area where we can, you know, sit and have a meal or, you know, sit and just rest your legs, you know, think about, you know, just hold a little meditation. Sometimes it gets stressful. You understand? So that's the environment, I think. That's the environment we have built versus what's out there. I noticed some big companies start switching to that too, been switching to that. You know, like the bigger companies, Google, the bigger corporate office, them, they have spaces where when they go to work, they feel like and they're with lounging area, coffee, this, that, right? I think those ideas are great ideas when it comes to people when people stress free, then produce more, right? If you can go to work and look forward for go to work because it's inviting, it's no stress, no problem between you and your co-worker. If you create that spirit, that thing there, then you find that people are gonna look forward for going to work than even staying home. Because them probably got more stress with them kids and husband and wife at home. And when them come to work, them end up get away and feel more relaxed. But yet still they're more productive and don't even realize it. So if you can create a good work environment for your employees where them look forward to come. Of course, they'll be looking forward to coming to work and not be stressed. You understand? So, you know, the kind of environment that we want to build for when me get to that point, right? Right now, me don't have no employee. And me don't work for nobody currently. So, just as I said, she said that, you know, my mind did I think about that, help me not talk about that. As I said, this is a life every day vlog. Today is Sunday. It's wet outside, but it's all good. We love the rain just as we love the sun. Be positive, guys. Today is Sunday. If you not go to church, get up and go to church. If you not go to gym this morning, get up and go to gym. Make every day count. As I said, I do this thing probably about 2 weeks now. I love it. And I decide, I make up my mind, say it more. It's been a while when I want to do something like this, but time never allow it. And I say you never have to drive, but everything is timing. You're not gonna do nothing before it's time. So something where, you know, me enjoy I talk to, you know, me enjoy, you know, a show, you know, what me do throughout the day. At least 2, 3 people now I tell me say it's inspiring. You know what I say? A lot of people don't know say in order to succeed, it's a lot of work you have to put in. Even if I look shiny, you know, the thing that me need to do over me here, I know me not get that done. But anyway, a lot of people don't know says a lot of work going into these things. If you decide say you become a YouTuber, if you got vlog stuff, if you got do a business, is months and months and months and years worth of work in order to get it to a level to where you can sit back and it generate capital for you. You know, a lot of people get into YouTube feeling say, yo, them a make the money right away. Nothing where you get into you make money tomorrow unless a drugs you go sell. And even drugs you still never make money same time. You have to build up clientele just like work. So that never make no sense. Right? And it's way too risky. You better you go risk doing something or buying something legally and sell it back legally. Right? Too risky. The risk to rewards is not worth it. Right? So anyhow, you know, it's a lot of work we have to put into these things. Whatever you choose to do, let me tell you that, because it's just a life set. Unless you're born in a riches, you get riches. But for the average person, they don't born in a riches, right? You know, hats off and thank God for them people who are born in the riches. Even them struggle with it to sometimes. And when you're born in the riches, you don't even know if you manage it and you never have to work for it. So it come and it just go. You know, so that's risky too. But when you earn it, you know how to value it and know not to waste it. You know what I say? When you work hard every day for it. But nothing not come easy. Me see them YouTuber, if you go back, any one of them YouTuber will have over 100,000, 150,000 or a million subscribers. They never just start 2 weeks ago. Like me. They start all 10 years ago. Most of them have 10 years into it now. Right? Most, or even not, or maybe all of them. A very few of them fly up and get known real quick and subscribe off the chain. I don't know what them do or how or them have for them following on, but a very few of them take off like that and just reaching us the status there overnight. Most of them when you check, they've been doing stuff outside of YouTube or you understand, so they have a following and it take time over years. Scroll back on any one of them and watch them first video and see when them do it. All of them are 7, 10 years ago, more than that. Some of them are 15. So this YouTube thing, you have to be patient with it. A lot of people might look to YouTube now because they want to make an income. You understand? Or see other people and make an income, which is very inspiring. A lot of people you look and say, yo, them make a whole of money now here, but try remember them people that work for 10 years now. I know something where you're going to and 6 months on your line or a year, you just hit the money. No. A years you have to put in. So when you dedicate to do this, you can't dedicate and say, you're going to do this and then 2 years later you're supposed to go. No, at more like 5 years later and 10 years later. So with this little venture what I do, I decide say, yes, would I love to make some money out of it. But at the end of the day, don't even think about that will come eventually. You know what I say? But you need to think about this way I do right now. Just keep vlogging, keep dedication in whatever you do. You understand? You're gonna see me I do the salon thing, you're gonna see me do. Now me I do the restaurant thing, I just dedication. And the reason why this go hand in hand because me can vlog the whole restaurant bill and when me I do all of them. So this is something we always want to do with all of the projects them before where who know me where see me do. We always want to vlog that. But as me say, it's just a lot and time and you know the way you just go about your day. It wasn't organized. Now me kind of have a little bit of organization. Me set, me write down things, make sure me know what me gonna do for the day and stuff like that, right? But as me say, people, whatever you wanna choose for do in your life, whatever you wanna work on, whatever the goals is, don't procrastinate. Just do it, like Nike, right? Just do it. Don't think about it. When you think about it, you end up the doubts them coming in your mind and you end up not want to do it. But just get up and do it. If you decide say, yo, I do this now, just do it. I realize the formula there work for me. Me now go put it down and say, yes, you have to make a list, because you can't do everything the same time or the same day, right? But make a list for the day, break it down maybe by the hour if you have to, or the week, but just make the list for the day and try to get where you put on the list done for the day, right? Sometimes with me, if me think about something now, like I'll know me I think about the envelope I had on the counter. Instead I say, yo, alright, when me I clean it off, me I take it up. Just take it up right now. I'm gonna put it in the right space where it's supposed to, right? A lot of times I find myself that works. Like me say, I go clean up the kitchen now. When me done reason with it, me just start clean the kitchen right away. Don't say, me go clean the kitchen and then 2 hours later or 3. You don't get the drift. So, whatever dreams you have, whatever aspirations and goals you want to set, start work on them now. Because we feel like we have time, but we don't have time. The time can end right now, if you don't know what I'm talking about. So, start work on them, If when a time come or time come with time come and maybe somebody will carry it on or maybe not. However, we do what we have to do, right? So, work on the goal them. Do what you have to do. Get up early morning time, make sure the whole day count, right? We waste time when we don't get up early. So get up early, get enough sleep in the night. Hot up my water. Get enough sleep in the night and get up and start work on them goals, right? YouTube. If a YouTube on a plan for doing one of the YouTube, don't give up on it. Me just start, but me make up my mind for just do this every day, right? As me say, I might skip a one day or flip that. Right now, me never edit. Me not finish edit yesterday video, but even if you skip a day, it's fine. But make sure that consistency, get it out. Me just a start, but me make up my mind for do that. So when you make up your mind for do something, you just keep doing it. You're not gonna see results in based on what me I look on with others. You're not gonna see no results in 2 weeks. You're not seeing a result in a month. You're not gonna see result in a year. It's going to take more than that. This YouTube thing is designed like that. Because even no matter how you put out content and all these things, the whole YouTube business is designed to make sure you put in that work before you get to where you want to get to, right? To me, the way I look on this whole thing, them still have control over who make it and who don't make it, right? Because the system is designed to put your things in front of millions. So if your content is not being put out there, you're not gonna way. Nobody not see you. So that's why I said it's still controlled by that business, which is fine. Because some content are garbage, some content is great. So they know who they want to put out so that they can put ads on those contents, right? So at the end of the day, all this is regulated and being watched. All of them content I know YouTube are watch it, whether somebody will watch it or maybe they have algorithms where I pick out things where me I say, I don't know. I don't know how the inside or the inner workings of YouTube work. All I know is it's governed and based on my understanding of what I see, what's going on. It's governed and, you have to just keep putting in that work. So the more work you put in, the more you get compensated. It's just like a business. You not gonna be able to just come and work 2 weeks and start make where the money will work 10 years work and you get the same. It doesn't work like that. Nowhere you'll go. It works like that. When you get a job, in order to get where the top money might get, you have to start here and then work your way up till you get where the top money might get. So I not see why them would have built a platform where you can just come in a week and start and get 100,000 subscribers. It's not possible. So think about that, people. You have to put in the work. Even before all this technology, even before all this camera in my hand and phone and all them things. Try remember for the older people who know me I talk about growing up in the 90s and 80s. Right, yes, me that old. When me a youth in the 90s and 80s, I remember my parents and people around me just I work hard. Right? They just working every day, then get up them and work. Right? And if you check back with enough of them now, them alright. Them might still a work, but them you see a lot. Man who used to live in a zinc house have a brick house now, right? Concrete house. Man who used to live in a one board house have concrete house now, right? Those who old enough to check that even before all of them technology. So whatever him a do manually, in just work, build. Instead of living in a board house, now he live in a concrete house. And he might drive car now when he used to push car. Or when he used to take bus or take taxi, he might drive car now. So all of them people that we grew up with as youths, you understand? We see the changes, we see the transition, including myself. You understand? We never grew up really poor, but as me say, at some point we did a walk or ride bicycle, and then we end up a drive car. You know, enough of our bridging them we did the same. We never have nothing. We have car now. Some have big house, some have, you understand, businesses and stuff like that and doing well. Some are doctor, some are lawyer. You understand? But all of that never come with overnight success. A years, the man them did it years. It's been over. It's about 30 years now since teenager. So I can probably figure out make my age by that. But you know, enough man put in 30 years, 20 to 30 years worth of just hard work just to have a roof over your head. So nothing no come easy. You can't feel like you can beat this system of life and decide say you go just, unless you're not born rich and your parents rich and you just can't born and say, yo, daddy want a house, and you get a house and you pay for it. If you're not in that crew there, then you have to work for it. You understand? You have to work for it. You see me? So, all me I say people just, you're not too late. Even if you're 40-year-old, even if you're 50-year-old, start work. Right? You don't have to physically go out there and mix cement and lay block. But whatever you want to do, start work. You're not too late. We all heard the stories with all these people, Kentucky man, all these people. They make it later in their life. The Warren Buffett and something. So me use that as inspiration and know say, yo, it's not too late. Even when me are 50, me still can work and make it and reach to the way I want to reach. Right? Me don't want to reach for them status, because for them status a problem, don't get me wrong. But we want to reach a status where we can sit back and we not go. You see how me get up every day? And all them say, I want to be able to say, alright, today, I don't really have nothing to do, I can chill. Go sit down on the beach or, read a book or something or meditate or just scroll like this all day. I would love to have some days like that, But yeah, a long time now, I'm a slave. I'm still a slave. I'm a slave for myself, though. You see me? So, one day we will be able to sit down. As well as we might do it, and one day the day they don't come. But guess what? How you go? If you don't start, you won't know. Right? So you better you go and work. The day they will come, then don't do nothing, and the day they will never come. That's what I say. So anyway, guys, I go. Good little talk in the morning, yeah. It's kind of long, but as me say, it's a talking vlog. So if you don't like it, go to the next vlogger. This morning, I kind of going more of a Jamaican patois language. So I just test it out to see who might be interested in me talking like Jamaican as opposed to me talking proper, so you guys can, understand. So I'm gonna mix it in a little bit, more Jamaican sometimes, good English sometimes. Sometimes I might probably say what I have to say in a proper English, and then break off and talk in a Jamaican, the same thing over where the Jamaican people are, Jamaican people will always understand when you talk proper, but it's the other way around. So if I'm talking a Jamaican, I might talk proper English to make the English people understand. Anyhow, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen and go from there. Alright guys, so we got the peas. I boiled the peas from last night, so we got a small pot of peas going on. Let's see. We got green onions, a pepper, some coconut, the coconut cream, and we got the peas. Coconut cream, it's melting out. It's like it's hard. Then we got the pepper. So we're making rice and peas, yo. Small pot of rice and peas, not a big pot. It's not gonna be in this pot. I'm just cooking the peas in this pot, so the pot is smaller. Whoa! Splash out for me. What go on? Yeah, so that splash a while ago, splash all for my clothes. Anyway, I make a small pot of peas. We'll cook it in the rice cooker. I have a small rice cooker right here. So I don't know, big pot of thing, you know, I don't know. Big rice cooker, just small pot of rice where I make. Yeah. I go whip up that in the morning, yeah. It's early, by the way. It's just 9 o'clock. I got up from like 6:30 this morning, 7. Checking on the uploads, and then now I'm cooking. So I start early, get that out the way, start cook the curry chicken and the rice and peas. Get that done by about 12. Or I have to go Walmart, burn out the onions. I get some onions. Yeah, I get some onions, some green onions, some onion and some garlic. Buy 2 pair, and that's it. But I make a 1 pot today, just rice and peas and some curry chicken. That's it. Well, I'm gonna make maybe a piece of salmon for myself and eat with that rice and peas, or I'll make some quinoa for myself. But yeah, we're up on it. Upload some video me there. I watch Sunrise Boss in the meantime. That's who you hear in the background, Sunrise Boss. And we're watching it Sunday morning, yeah. So I'm gonna head over to Walmart shortly, and then come back and continue with the cooking. Yeah, we're making that Walmart run. Just need some green onions. What else I need? So maybe some avocados. Let's see what we need. Can make some plantain. Avocado, them not right. Well, avocado, but none of them not ripe, yo. They ain't gonna be ripe. We get knocked down. We'll get this one. Them onion no good when them big, so you know, yo. Some green onion. Alright, my Anna go get full up quick, guys. I'm not going to I have to go put it up on pause because you can't take out something. I never carry no cat. So, see if we're in a Walmart produce section. Walmart empty in the morning, everybody has seen. I'm putting it on pause 1 second. Alright guys, so we got our Walmart stuff. Alright guys, so I seasoned up the chicken, the curry chicken from last night. There you go. Damn, only if you could have smell it. Smell nice. But yeah, smell like you can eat already, yo. But yeah, chicken seasoned and ready to go. I'm about to smell up the whole house. We got some garlic over there. This is what I got. So I got some carrots we're gonna put in there. We got some more onions. I got some green plantains I'm gonna fry just to snack on. Bell pepper, some bananas, and we got our green onions. So I go get the pot cooking. We have the peas, coconut milk, pepper, thyme, green onions. That's cooking. So we cook the coconut milk with the peas in that pot first for maybe about 30-40 minutes. The peas already been cooked from last night, so I'm gonna transfer this to the rice cooker in a minute. It's not a big pot. I'm gonna make a small pot of rice. Yeah, I should have made a big pot, but yeah, I'm gonna use this rice cooker, make a small one. Yeah, so let's get cooking. See the pot a bubble, guys? Pot a bubble. See the pot a bubble? So guys, normally you cook. We cook curry chicken in like a Dutch pot like this, but this Dutch pot too small for the amount of chicken. You notice that the bowl is bigger, so it won't fit. It ain't gonna fit in that little Dutch pot, right? So I have this pot. I could use this pot right here, which is much bigger, but I'm not gonna use that pot. We're gonna use our wok, Chinaman style. We're gonna use our wok today, and the reason for that is it's just easier for me to turn the chicken when it's in a deep pot like this. To stir it, the chicken is gonna break apart every time you try to, you know what I'm saying? So with this, you could stir the pot a little bit better. It's bigger. It's like a Dutch pot, but it's just bigger, right? So I'll use Chinaman wok today. Chinaman wok. All right, so let me set this up like this. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give the peas a couple more minutes. When that finished cooking, then we're gonna transfer it over into the rice cooker. Put the rice in there, cook the rice, and then we're gonna get the curry chicken started. So alright, we're gonna wash our rice. I think we need a little more rice than this though. I'll go get some more rice. Alright guys, so I'm gonna put some more rice in the pot. Right now, this is not even it's not a cooking how to. I just cook this for today for dinner, for friends and family dinner. So I'm now go show you the ingredients, how me season it up. You gotta just get bits and pieces and me I do it, right? It's not a how to. This is how me make curry chicken, you know. So I just show you what I normally do in a day, pretty much. Remember, I say it's life every day. Just give you a snippet of what I have to do throughout the day until the day end. So these are just one of the things that I decide to do today. Whether I record it or not, this is something I would normally do off camera or on camera. So it's not something I create to say, yo, I'm going to do this for vlog it today. This is what I would normally do, right? So I just decided to record it so I can see it pretty much. So it's life every day. I just vlog what I normally do nowadays. Bottom line. Alright, so I have the rice in the rice cooker pot. So I'm gonna wash it real quick and then get that going. Alright, so we got the rice in the pot. So I'm just now waiting on the peas and the coconut mixture to finish cooking, and then once that finish cooking, then we're gonna put it in here, put the right amount of water in there and set it and forget it. Alright, so we'll get the curry chicken pot going. We'll turn this on and make it go on warm up. So I'm gonna burn the curry first. We season it with curry, but I didn't put a lot in there, so what I'm gonna do is get this pot warm and then burn a little bit of the curry and then add the meat to it. So that's the next move. So I'm gonna put some well, I use olive oil to cook with. Get a little bit of oil in there. Then I'm gonna get the curry. So I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, then I'm gonna put some curry. This is the Better Pack curry straight from Jamaica. Straight yard man thing we I do today. I just put it in a bottle. And this, see that's bubbling along. Just need to cook it some more. The peas was cooked last night, but it was still kind of hard, so I'm just cooking it some more. Don't mind the commercials that's playing in the background. I'm watching the YouTubers. We're cooking and watch Miss Little Act Kitchen at the same time, you know. So yeah, I just want to knock this off real quick, do all of the cooking so I could do the editing. In the meantime, while it's cooking, I'm going to do some editing for yesterday's video. I still didn't upload that video, so I'm gonna do that in a minute. Yeah. Alright, so I'll wait on the pot to get hot, and then I'm gonna add the curry to it. So we're gonna add some curry. I don't know if it's hot yet, but yeah, it's hot. We'll add some curry to the pot and I burn it a little bit. Jamaican people have all sorts of different something to say. Sometimes them say if you burn the curry, your stomach will hurt you, your belly will hurt you when you eat it. Some people don't burn the curry and just cook it, the way them season the chicken and just, cook it like that. Just depends who's cooking it. Either way, it don't really, you know, it doesn't really affect me, you know. So kind of burn that up a little bit. Use one of this when you have the curry stainless steel, because you know the curry get all over. So now we can start add the meat. Can start add the meat right here. I turn the pan on. And if you have the fire too high, guys, what gonna happen is curry will go burn and just get black. So you can't turn it up too high, you know. So what we'll do is just brown them up. Well, not really brown up like a curry, but add certain amount like that. And once that cook down a little bit, to add some more. I still hold it for meat, you know, might have to go cook in a too. And there's still a lot of meat there. So yeah, I gotta make it work, man. I'm gonna go brown up a set first and then put in the rest. I'm make sure I do is break out the Dutch pot too and cook some, and then I just combine it in a one pot. That's what I probably do. Like this, I never realized there's so much meat. Now you can turn it up on high. Turn it up on high and make them. You know what? I just gotta add everything to it now. I gotta just stir them up, cover them down and stir them up. That's what I gotta do. I'm gonna make it work, watch. Yardman style, you see me? As I said, this is not even a cooking show. It's not how to make curry chicken. This is just me and make curry chicken. And the reason why I make curry chicken, it was supposed to be jerk chicken on the grill, but when I bought the chicken yesterday, I didn't look at it. I bought the 10-pound bag from Walmart a couple days ago. But what happened is the leg quarters, them were just huge. They were big. So because they're big, you know, like jerk the chicken when them so big. So I just chop it up and turn it. So decide to we're gonna turn it into curry chicken. Alright guys, so there's a lot of meat, but I make it work, see? You can stir it same way. You know? So just take your time and don't make it spill, you know? You can manage it same way. Tiny man wok style. Curry chicken, a Chinese man wok. These are Chinese, you know, so everything I cook in a wok, all the egg I fry in a wok. It's just nice, it not stick, none of that, you know. So yeah, make that one, you know, brown up. Alright, peas pots were ready, so we can throw in the peas. And I could give him another stir, you know. So you turn him up on high. There's a lot of meat, you know, so you have to get the heat. Alright. Guys, if anyone can go to anytime I go to Jamaica, I want to get better pot curry, buy better pot curry. The cheap one or chef one we see them have here, it's not as flavorful. The better pot is just the best. when it comes to Jamaican curries. Any other curry where you see them sell in the farm market, I don't know, it just not taste good, it not taste right. But Better Pack curry are the best curry. Ask any Jamaican about that. Always Better Pack. The sweet come along nice, guys. The thing about chicken and them something, it not really take long to cook. You know? Maybe 30-40 minutes worth of cooking. You know? And then you're good to go. So just do it. And you kind of do, just kind of brown it up a little bit first, and then cover it down and add some, you know, the rest of the water with fresh seasoning and make it cook down. You know? So what I'm gonna do is high heat first, and then make it cook down. Now we're so ready to add with rice. The rice coconut mixture, the peas coconut mixture. So ready. In other pot there we'll just have garlic, thyme, onion, scallion, peas, coconut milk. So once that cook down a little bit, we'll put it to the rice pot and start that. Give another stir now. See much water. The chicken spring up a lot of water. So me that tell you now, you see me they use the deep pot now, I couldn't get to stir it like this, I wouldn't be able to stir it. What happened is, when at the deeper pot, it will end up break up the chicken. Chicken will just mash out. So when it's like this now, you can give it a good stir, you know. You can kind of fold it over instead of, you can get to the bottom pieces and not break up the chicken. And keep them in a hole. That's why you need a big Dutch pot, where a wider Dutch pot where you can do this, you can stir. But for some reason Dutch pot are always the best pot to cook for chicken, you know. Yeah. Leave that right there, so let's make that one simmer down some more. And then when I do now, I add salt to it. The seasoning I use have salt in it, but as it cook down, I taste it and see if it needs more salt, you know. But you know, normally put whole heap of salt, you put less salt, and then as it cook, the seasoning up. Well, only if you could have smell this, yo, this mud. Real good. Well seasoned down, pepper down. Real curry chicken dancehall food. You see me? I will make it with enough gravy the way there. Then you can put enough gravy on them rice. You see me? Alright. Alright guys, so it will come down nicely. Okay. Chicken spring up a lot of water, but you know, let's give him some stir like this. So everything cook. Then when I go to add the potatoes and the carrot and the fresh seasoning. the rice. Peas to the rice. Alright, so we added our peas mixture with the coconut milk to our pot. I've never made this much rice in this small cooker before, but we're gonna be loading up everything today. Add some more water to that. Alright, so it's full to capacity today. And then the curry chicken will come down real nice. You notice how it shrink a lot. You know? So this now we ready to add the potatoes and the carrots in here. I'm gonna turn the fire down a little bit so that way it won't, you know, but it's cooking. Cooking. Oh, I'm gonna add some coconut milk to this too as well, and coconut cream, like a coconut curry, you know, spicy coconut curry chicken. So, alright, so this, we turn this on, turn the rice pot on, and just let this cook down. And then what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of oil to it. The oil makes it. I had add some already to the peas when it was boiling, but I'm gonna add a little bit more that lets it not stick. When cooking in these rice cookers, it tends to stick. When the peas gets to the bottom, it tends to stick. So add a little oil and it lubricates everything. Don't let nothing stick, you know. Olive oil, I use olive oil. Yeah. Alright, so cover that up, let that steam down a little bit, cook down a little bit. We're gonna add our carrots and potato to this right here. And then we also got some fresh seasoning, some bell peppers, some more onions, and garlic. Alright. So with this now, we're just gonna cover it up and let it cook down. Turn the fire down a little bit and let it cook. Yeah. The potato will make it get a little bit thicker, you know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it cook a little bit, then I'm gonna add the coconut milk, let that cook down a little bit. No, slow cook. You know what, let me just add everything to it. So let's add our fresh seasoning. I have some yellow bell peppers I was gonna add, but the carrots good enough. The yellow is just to make it look nice, you know, make it look pretty. But potatoes, carrots, bell peppers. Some people don't put carrots or bell peppers. Some people put it in there. I don't know. It's just what's in my fridge. I just put it in there. Sometimes we have to just use up what we have. Cook up a thing, you know. Some more of these, cover this up. I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it. Let that dry out and then cover it. Alright guys, so curry chicken pot a cook. Rice a come along, I go stir up that little bit at first. I put so much inside it. That a come along. But guess what guys? Check this out. Remember I always tell you that Sunday is always sunny? Check this. It's a nice sunny day. No matter what here in Georgia, it might start out real messy weather-wise, but it's a Sunday. Hence the sun. Always, I've noticed that ever since. It's just always. It's very rare we'll have rain all day on Sunday, or you know, not have sun on a Sunday. At least where I'm at. Where you guys are at might be a different situation. But here in Georgia, it's always sunny on a Sunday. Even if it starts bleaky, gloomy. And then guys, it's always a happy day. Remember, stay focused, stay happy. Even if you have a bad morning this morning, just make your day happy. We're trying to push that from here on. Just happiness, you know. I need to get rid of this, get my hair done, but hey, it is a life every day. If we don't get to do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. If we don't do it tomorrow, we'll do it next week, you know. I still wash it though. Every now and then I wash it. Even though it's braided, I wash it. It get messed up, but it stays together for the most part. But yeah, let me continue cooking. I'm gonna store my rice real quick and keep cooking. Alright, we'll go fluff up the rice now because it's a lot in there. So kind of fluff him up, you know. We will not stick on the bottom. Rice I get shelly already, you know. I use the small red beans, kidney peas. It's not the big ones like we normally use at Jamaica. But you know the pot kind of overload guys, but it is what it is. Alright guys, so you see, we have to kind of stir them up. Because at first maybe I put so much rice in the small cooker, right? So we have to kind of make sure the top cook, you know. So what I do is just stir them up real good, and then I will cover them down now, you know, and make him steam. But it's coming along though. It's coming along. Getting shelly. Put a hole in the middle. What I do now, I use, because the rice cooker, the cover have a hole in it, so it let out the steam. So what I do is use some of the saran wrap and kind of just cover him down so that none of the steam escape, and it kind of cook better the way, you know what I say? What I'm gonna do is just cover him down with some saran wrap like this, kind of seal in the steam. That's my little trick, you know. And just rest the cover, because the cover have a hole in it, so it'll let out the steam. So when it go up and cook warm, once it turn off of the cook and go up and warm the steam, then you know, just cover it down after, make it stay there and just go and steam. Add a little water so it stay moist and steam. Alright, so the curry pot now come along real good. stir them up a little bit. This point now you have to take your time because you don't want to mash out the chicken, you know. Just want to keep him, you know. So enough people are gonna say, yo, how you have cooking a curry na wok and them thing there, but as me say, he's a Chinese man. So we are cook Chinese man curry chicken today, you know. And then you know enough people are gonna see it and say, yo, it's a great idea, you know. To me, it's not really, it cook the same like how you cook in a one Dutch pot or any other pot, you know. It's just that the wok now it's wide, so it can hold a lot more, you know. So yeah, I make it with a lot of gravy. But then now, you know, the gravy now is where you're going to eat with the rice. Even when the chicken done, you still eat gravy and rice. You see me? And then enough people, some people want whoop of gravy with them. Some people want whoop of gravy with them rice. Alright, we'll taste it and see. Yeah, man. Right. Kind of spicy, but it's right. I did intentionally make it spicy, so I put a upper pepper in it so that then can, you know. And then what I do now, I put like a coconut milk to kind of tone down the spice a little bit. But yeah, it tastes good. When I say I eat them something about I can taste the gravy. I eat the gravy with rice, you know, or quinoa. Yeah. Curry chicken gravy and quinoa, mad. So I might make a little bit of quinoa for myself. So let me make like quinoa with broccoli and carrots and, you know, stir fry it up like how I would make fried rice. So pretty much we make the quinoa like a stir fried quinoa rice. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's coming along really good. I think it might need a little bit more of the coconut flavor though. I want it real coconutty. And the coconut kind of tone down the spice too, you know. So like everything we just throw out everything now, man. I know people are going to get for me with the whole Grace coconut milk and canned coconut milk. Me not grate on no coconut to put in a curry chicken, so you buy the canned one. Sometimes use the coconut cream. Go through us make a coconut cream way. Not too bad, you know. It's good. Go through us coconut cream is good. So see it kinda thick up now between the potato them. Potato them still want to cook. But between the potato them and the coconut milk it thick it up, you know. So I do normally say I leave it on low heat and I cover it down back and just make it take time go and simmer. I have it on low right now. So make it go and simmer. Rice I go and simmer. We have some corn way over there, so we have a boil. So we do some boiled corn. Right? You know, spice it up, put some pepper in it, maybe some chicken and bouillon in it. Spice up the corn. And then may have some green plantain, so I'll fry some green plantain on the side. And at dinner that we can invite over to friends and family and then come eat, you know. And my daughter come eat some food. We'll find out. Yeah man, so all who never know this, you know, when I leave the pot cover off, the water will reduce down. If you keep it covered, it will stay full with gravy, you know. But yeah, so it works, you know. Alright, so cover up on this. We cover the lid a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna probably tilt it. No, just cover it and leave it low, make it warm. Cook. I would say another 15-20 minutes and that's good to go. Guys, so rice came out perfect, as you can see, nice and shelly. Rice cooker, cooked rice and peas is just as good, just in case you guys never know. So see, everything nice and steam and shelly. It's perfect. This one I kinda, so you see it's a small tray, so it's gonna give me a little bit more than a small tray in this small cooker. It's the Walmart one. I don't remember how much cups or quart it is, but it's the small one. Yeah guys, so you know, this cooker is gonna give us a little bit more than a small tray, a half tray. I would say it could give us a large tray, but the large tray won't be filled to the top, you know what I'm saying? But this is a good amount right here. This could feed probably around 10-15 people. This small cooker right here, see this small one. But what I did, I put a lot of rice in here. I filled it up, so it could feed, I would say, 10-15 people, maybe 20 people if you have more food. Like let's say you got mac and cheese and all of that, you could feed up to like 20 people, because a large tray will do that. And this is, I could get 2 of these small trays out of it. So you know, as you can tell, see, it cooks real good, you know. Just that it's filled, so while it's cooking you gotta you know, stir it up a little bit, so you know. So this, the bottom half of it, what I'm gonna do is just put a little bit more water on it, just a little bit, and then cover it and let it steam a little bit more. But it's cooked, you know, it's cooked all the way through. I don't even have to do that, to be honest. But I was just saying that because sometimes if you can't get to the bottom of it, what you do is, if you can't get to the bottom of it, it won't, you know, the top will cook before the bottom part. So what you do is just add a little bit more water to it and steam the rest of it, you know. But it's cooked. In this case, it's cooked, so I could just dump the whole thing out, pretty much. That cover, that saran wrap I put on the top, that's what made everything cook at once. If you didn't do that, then, you know, some would cook, some wouldn't cook. You know, the top half would probably not cook, or the bottom half sometimes don't cook. It just depends. So you gotta keep stirring it so it cooks evenly, you know. It's not like white rice, you just put it in there and leave it and it cooks all the way through. With rice and peas, you gotta, you know, stir it up a little bit, you know. But it works. Rice cooker, rice and peas, it works, you know. Alright, so see guys, this small rice cooker right here, see that small one, and put my hand in it so you can see that small one from Walmart, pretty much gives us a large tray almost. It's not filled to the top, as you can tell, it's not filled to the top, but it's, you know, it's a full tray. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, as I said, this rice cooker, you could fill it all the way to the top. See, if you do it all the way up to here, however you mix it, you do your rice, you could get a full tray. So this, as I said, you could feed 15 people out of this, you know, 1 cup or 2 cup servings. You could get at least 15 people out of this. And the pot of chicken, you could more than get 15 people eating out of that. So that, you could make a meal for you and your family and friends for Sunday for cheap. This only cost me probably around 15 bucks. The chicken was $8 for the 10-pound bag of leg quarters. Rice is cheap, you know, that like $5-6 bucks for a thing of rice. I only use like half bag, a pound of rice, somewhere there about, yeah, I think it was a pound or maybe around 2 pounds. So you could feed 15 people for about $15. Remember, I bought peas, I bought a canned milk for like a $2. Whatever little seasoning you'd buy, I bought this carrot. So pretty much this morning when I went to Walmart, I spent $12. But the reason why it came to $12 because we have leftover carrots. I bought a whole bag of onions. So I didn't really use all the onions. I bought this, what else I got? I got onion, scallion, and stuff like that. So there was things that I bought that didn't go in this meal. You know what I'm saying? So in total, I think if you should break this meal down, it's gonna probably be around $15. So let's say $20. You could use $20 and feed about 15 people if you cook it yourself. $20 could barely buy you a meal for one person. By the way, if you eat out. We went to Zaxby's the other day. My daughter bought just one meal for herself and it came to 17 and change. Let's say $18, right? If you go to American Deli or all these other places, you're gonna spend that amount unless you're buying chicken nuggets or a biggie bag from Wendy's, and that food is not healthy. It's not good for you. So I know rice is, people want to say rice is not good, but we could replace the rice. We could do ground provisions like corn. We could do yams, bananas, green bananas. We from Jamaica, so we eat boiled bananas. You could make quinoa instead of rice. Quinoa is kind of expensive, but still you could still make a large amount with just buying maybe about 4 pounds of quinoa. You could get the same amount of this, right? You would probably spend I think it's like $6-7 for the 2 pound ones, the quinoa. So you could still spend about $30 eating healthier and feed about 15 people, right? If you're gonna make mac and cheese, that will, you could make less rice because they're gonna have mac and cheese. You could do a tray of mac and cheese like this, still keep it within $30 and feed 15 people. So for me, I like to just cook. It goes a long way, you know what I'm saying? When you oh, there's a fly coming out. When you eat out for 15 people, that's a lot of money. That's over $200. You know what I'm saying? So if your family is huge, cook, guys. Buy stuff and cook. You could buy stuff from the produce section. You have a lot of things you can make from the produce section alone. I only eat mostly from the produce section. When I'm cooking for people, I'll buy regular stuff because they eat regular stuff. But for me, I only eat from the produce section. So like broccolis and carrots and eggplants, mushrooms. As I said, I'm Chinese, so I'll eat those kind of things. Stir fry, vegetable fry rice. I'll make it with the quinoa as opposed to the rice. Not saying I don't eat rice, guys. I do eat rice. I do eat fish, shrimp, seafood stuff, salmon, cod. I eat all the fish and the seafood, right? I don't eat it every day, but I do eat it. I try to stay away from the canned stuff. So like the canned coconut milk, the Grace canned coconut milk you saw me use, I'd love to not use it, but then I would have to buy a real coconut, a dried coconut, and grater it, blend it, whatever, to extract that milk, right? So as I said, sometimes I'll just go the quick route and get a canned milk, or as I said, Ochorea sell like a coconut cream. I think it's more natural, because when you look at it, you'll see the cream and the oils separating, and so it's like they take the real coconut and bag it, so would just boil it down and use that instead. So I'd rather use that one, but I only had one package which I used in the rice and peas, so I needed some for for the curry chicken, so I just got a can. So it's always cheaper to cook. You know what I'm saying? It does take a little bit of time and effort to prep everything. This right now it's 12 o'clock, right? I'm already done. I started around 9, somewhere there about. I actually started cooking. So 10, 11, 12, it's 3 hours. And then you gotta remember I actually left and went to Walmart. So I would say within 2 hours, 2.5 hours, you could have a meal ready for 15, 20 people. The chicken, the curry chicken is already, I have it on warm inside the oven. So that's already ready. I'm just gonna cover this and rest it in the oven as well, keep it warm, you know. But yeah, so dinner is ready almost. I'm just gonna cook the corn later, and then I'm gonna fry some plantains. The plantains, they ain't gonna last, so I'm not gonna fry them from now. But that same wok, if you notice, oh guys, I don't make a big mess when I'm cooking. I just use this one pot and the rice cooker pretty much. This is, you know, I had the meat in this bowl. This I didn't use, but I had the vegetables in one bowl. So pretty much it's just about three pots I'll use to make this dish, and then I put them in foil trays when I'm done. And then, as you can tell, I have these little prep bowls. So you know, some people that cook them have things all over, like they got forks and everything all over the place. No, I'm a one pot person. I use mostly one pot when I'm cooking. You know, if the dish is, if you got a lot more stuff, then yeah. But if I'm just cooking a meat kind and some kind of rice, it's just one pot and my rice cooker. Rice cooker is the best, yo. I have this version in a huge commercial one. It's way bigger. I'll have one of those as well. I'm gonna use that one in the restaurant. So I have like 3 of them. But these rice cookers, if you know how to use them, you'll never burn rice ever again. If you have the right mixture, like the right amount of rice, the right amount of water. You know, my mother always told me, even if you cook in a regular pot, it should be one joint. So one joint of your finger whenever the rice. This is turning out to be a how-to video. So when cooking rice, wherever you put your rice, right there, one joint from the top of the rice to where the water level should be. So your water should be one finger joint above the rice, right? When you put water in there. So whatever rice you're making, just make sure you put one finger joint over 1 inch. They normally say. So my mother always teach me that. I use this thing right here to just gauge it. When I put this in the rice, I know what one joint would be. So it doesn't matter what rice you cook in, white rice, rice and peas, yellow rice, the formula is always the same. Whatever amount of rice you put, the water should be 1 inch above that rice when it's in the rice cooker. So if you put it in there, cover it real good, you'll never burn the rice. You'll never have an undercooked rice or overcooked rice. It's the perfect amount, that 1 inch rule, or one finger joint. So yeah, that's a little bit of tip when cooking rice. These rice cookers, pretty much from the time you put it in there to the time it's ready, it's about 30 minutes. I would say 30 minutes, 35 the most, right? The commercial one is the same. From the time you put it in that pot and hit this button right here for it to start cook, it's gonna be 30 minutes. If it's more than that, maybe you got too much water in there. If it's less than that, you got less water in there. So the only thing I noticed with these cookers, when you put the rice in there and the water in there, once it starts to bubble, just give it a quick stir. Just stir it up a little bit so everything is, you know, mixed. Sometimes the rice could clump up, right? So wherever it clumps, it won't cook. It'll be hard, you know. So once it starts bubbling, you give it a quick stir, and then you'll have perfect rice. That's the only thing you have to do with these. So just watch it. Once it starts to bubble, stir it up, right? Pretty much you'll see what I use on a daily, because I cook almost every day, like lunch, you know, most days. So I use my rice cooker. You know, I have my kettle right here for my electric kettle for my hot water. This I don't really use. Toast. This we use a lot for all my fish and you know, anything fish. If you're gonna do French fries, you could do anything in this thing. These air fryers, you could do anything. If you're gonna do broccoli, I'll do broccoli in there with salmon. You just use season up your salmon, put it in there. I don't have to tell you how to use this. Most people got one. So those are the things I use mostly. The curry chicken and stuff, you know, you have to use pots and stuff like that. The quinoa, I use the rice cooker. But those are the basic tools that we use every day. Air fryers, real quick. You could do meats in there. If you got pork and pork chops, you could do it in there. Vegetables, you could do anything in that air fryer. So air fryers, real quick, makes the job easy. So I would highly suggest you guys get one. So yeah, as far as the rice, I'm just gonna cover it down real good, stick it in the oven, let it stay warm. But that's what we're doing today, guys. We doing a little bit of cooking. It's Sunday, it's a nice day, the sun came out. If it dries out a little bit later today, I'm gonna put the rotors on the car, and I'll, you know, the lawn is too wet. I ain't gonna mess with the lawn right now, but I can cut it. It's ready to be cut. So see, lawn is nice. I don't know if about you, but I like when the lawn looks nice. It makes the yard look nice, you know. So, but those are the things I do, yo. I've been calling the lawn guy. Lawn guy look like he's probably busy. They don't want to cut my lawn no more. So, no big deal. It's good exercise. I'll just cut it myself, you know. But yeah, we on it today. It's 12 o'clock. I should be eating right now. So what I'm gonna do is probably just get some oats. I'll eat some oats for lunch. I haven't ate since yesterday. I believe it was like 8 o'clock I ate last. So I'm just gonna eat some oats, and then we'll probably just have an early dinner today. But yeah, stay tuned. We're going through the day, you know. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna wash up real quick. As you can tell, it's not much. This is all I use pretty much to make this whole entire meal. As I said, I didn't use this pot, but I used the meat was in this bowl right here. So you know, minimal washing. That's all I have to wash. That's it. That's all I used to make this meal. As you can tell, I still got the cutting board to wash as well. This knife, one knife. I'm gonna have this bowl to wash, and then there's nothing else, right? So I try to use less utensils, that way I don't have a lot to wash. So you know, when I'm cooking, I just take out one knife, one spoon. If I'm using a big spoon, that's the whole spoon I'm going to use. If it's two different, like I use the rice, so I was doing the rice, right? So I'll use this for the rice, and then this for the chicken, you know what I'm saying? I didn't use this one. I actually used the one with the rubber top. That way I won't scratch the pot. But yeah, as I said, you know, everything I use one knife. If the knife is messy, I'll just wash it off real quick and use that one knife. I don't be using 10 different knives. So at the end of the cooking, I only have 4 or 5 plate things to wash. So that's why I cook. So I'm gonna get these things washed up right now, and then see what happened next. Oh, I gotta edit yesterday's video. It's 12 o'clock and I still haven't put yesterday's video out. So I'm gonna edit that real quick and drop it in another hour or two. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Alright guys, so we're about to work on this car. We're gonna change the rotors and the pads on this. We're gonna do both sides. So on this car, the rotors are shaking. Whenever you hit the brake, it shakes, it pulsates like that, right? So remember in the other video I was saying that whenever your car pulsates the brake or the steering shakes like this when you apply the brake, that means your rotors, your brake rotors are bad. That's the brake rotors right there. Whenever this goes bad, like it warps. So what causes it to warp is when the brake rotors are real hot and you drive in water like rain and it gets wet. It distorts that metal and makes it, you know, it's not straight anymore, it's warped. So when it's not running smooth and you apply that brake and the brake squeezes against it, it pulsates like this. So that's what makes the steering shake, that's what makes the pedal pulsate. So that's the reason for that. So I'm going to replace those rotors, put new pads, and get it together again. So it's nice on Sunday now. It's a Sunday. I told you guys there's no Sunday where it's not like this. You might saw that McLaren a while ago, guys. McLaren, they rich over here. So anyway, it's what I was saying, man, I saw that car got me going. So yeah, when you step on the brake it shakes. That's the reason for it. I'm gonna change it right now. Yo, who say me now work hard? Sun hot. Come here, sweat. Jesus. So yeah, we got one side done. I'm just gonna let it down, tighten that side, and then move to the next side. But yeah, it's hot out here, guys. It was nice and cool today, and then all of a sudden it just got hot. There's the old one right there. Yeah. Alright guys, so I'm giving the car a little test run. I'm finished putting the seatbelt on. Finished putting the rotors on. I did not change the brake pads. Brake pads are like still 75%. So I just resurface them, like use put it on sandpaper and resurface it and then put them back. I had just changed the brake pads a few months ago, so they're still like new, almost new. Mechanics are gonna say, hey, don't reuse brake pads. I don't recommend using brake pads, reusing them. Just put new ones. Once you put new rotors, put new ones. But I'm a mechanic, so if I drive it down the road now and something wrong, then I'll just go get put the new ones on, right? So sorry, sneeze. So whenever you hear your mechanic say, hey, change, even if you just put pads on there a week ago, the mechanic will recommend putting another set on there when you put new rotors, right? So once you put new rotors, put new pads on there, guys. Don't be doing like me, and you know, you're gonna be watching this video and I'm telling you I did it that way, but don't follow me. Put new, every time you put new rotors, make sure you put new pads on there, right? And if you do one side, do the other. So if you're gonna put new rotors on one side, put it on the other side. You don't have to put it on the rear and the front at the same time, but make sure you put them, if you put it on the left side, make sure you put it on the right side as well. The reason for that is you can't have a old rotor on the left side and a new one on the right side. It's gonna either pull to the left, pull to the right, or it's gonna shake. You know what I'm saying? Change them in pairs. So don't do what I do and not change the pads. In my case, maybe 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I had put new pads on there. So that's why my pads are still new. So if you know, follow what your mechanic say, or your husband, or whoever is putting the thing on. Just make sure you follow that. Yeah. So now I'm testing it. It's nice and smooth now. No shaking. You know, see, we could brake. No shaking so far. See, we step on the brake real hard. No shaking. The shaking is just definitely the rotors. Whenever you step on the brake and your car shakes, that's brake rotors, right? If it shakes while you're driving down the road without applying brakes, that's either your tires or your rims are bent, right? And remember, it could shake from the back wheels as well. If your back tires are, you know, are no good, it could shake from the rear wheels as well. So have your mechanic check all wheels and not just, you know, the front. Most times the shaking is from the front when you apply the brake. Yeah. But yeah, whenever the lips are white, we're not edit none. So if the lips white, you're gonna see that. Anyhow, it's driving good so far. On this car, we do have a check engine light on. Came on recently, so I'm going to check light, service engine light. I'm gonna put the scanner on there and check that and see why that came on. But yeah, so far brakes is nice and sharp again. We're gonna go back and check the check engine light. Made a U-turn right there. When you just apply brakes, you don't want to step on it real hard. You will warp them. So you gotta, you know, take your time and brake them in. Drive regular. You know, soft up, you know, braking. Not too hard. Don't be driving down the road and slam on the brake. You'll just warp it and then it'll just end up being shaky again, right? So you don't want to do that. You want to take your time and brake them in, you know, brake the rotors in, you know, make it go through a little heat cycle. Right now, if you get, let's say you put new brakes on and it's raining, don't go out there and hit the brakes real hard and then go through puddles of water. What's gonna happen is gonna end up warping again. So don't do that. Yeah. out to be a nice day, a hot day, not a nice day, but a hot day. So end up getting the break done today. Today is Sunday. So I did all that cooking this morning. Did not have to go to the salon this morning. It was cleaned last night, late last night, so I didn't have to go there. I don't have to go there today. Maybe I don't have to go there until tomorrow. Normally on a Sunday no one is there. I'll still pass through later on tonight just to check on it, but I don't have to do anything over there. It's kind of hot right now, too hot. I could cut the lawn, but I'll just wait on that. It's just too super hot. It's like, let's see, it's like 83 degrees, so it's super hot. So I ain't gonna mess with the lawn today. I'm just gonna chill, and it's Sunday, so we're just gonna chill. I'm gonna finish editing that video. I still haven't finished, guys. I was listening it to while I'm recording this. If you notice, I had the headphones on, so I was listening the audio on that video. So I'm actually editing while I'm doing this. So I had the headphones listening the audio while I was working. I'm gonna go inside and finish editing that video so I could, you know, post yesterday's video. So I haven't posted Saturday's video yet. I'm working on this video is actually on Sunday. So I'm gonna finish edit that one, and I got the cord for the hard drive. I got that. So I'm gonna make the changes to those two hard drive I was talking about, and then finish editing that video, and you know, continue with the day. So we got one down. I'm gonna check this check light now and see what's up with that. Let's get to it. Alright, so we got our scanner right here. We're gonna scan it now and see what exactly is wrong with it, why the light came on. Now the car drives good. There's nothing wrong with the car. It drives real nice, but the light just came on. So right now it's looking like it says catalyst system efficiency below threshold. So that's looking like it's gonna be a catalytic converter. I ain't gonna worry about it yet. We did the emissions the other day. It's not due until the end of the year. So but when it comes to cat, it's really expensive when it comes to this car. It says bank 2, so catalyst system efficiency below threshold, bank 2. It could be an oxygen sensor. I would have to just do a further diagnostic to see if it's the catalytic converter that's clogged, or it's a O2 sensor that's not working correctly. What I would do is just pretty much go into the diagnostic screen, the data stream screen, and once I go into the data stream, then I could see the oxygen sensors if they're working or not. All right, so I'll go to data stream right here, go to view all items right there, and then I'll see the oxygen sensors. So fuel trim, you won't be able to see it. I won't be able to show you. It's real tiny on this screen right here, so you won't be able to see it. So with data stream, we could actually see the oxygen sensor. See where it says oxygen sensor output voltage, bank 2. With that information, so it says fuel trim, oxygen sensor. So the sensor is working. It goes up to 0.7 and then it drops down to 0, right? So bank 2 sensor is working. Bank 1 sensor is working. So bank 2 goes up to 0.8 and then it drops down to 0. Alright, so this may be a case where, let's see the other one. Bank 1 sensor 1. It did say bank 2 sensor 2. So alright, bank 1 is working. Bank 2. So in this case, it could be a case where the oxygen sensor is going bad. Not the oxygen sensor, the catalytic converter is going bad, right? And the reason for that is the front oxygen sensors, mechanics would probably understand this. The front oxygen sensors are reading much higher than the rear ones on bank 2, right? The sensors are working, so that's telling me the exhaust that's going through the catalytic converter, when it goes through, when it comes out the catalytic converter, it's clogging, so less air is actually coming out that sensor, in layman terms, right? A catalytic converter is supposed to filter the emissions so you don't pollute the air, right? So when it breaks down and gets clogged, it's not doing what it's supposed to, or it's not free flowing as when it was new, right? It gets clogged. So when it's stifling that air, the oxygen sensors pick that up. So you'll have this amount of air going in, but just less amount of air coming out. In layman terms, that's what it's doing. So by looking at the oxygen sensors, I could tell if the flow that's going through is restricted. So that's what's happening here based on what I'm seeing. The flow is restricted. So that's telling me the catalytic converter is going bad. It's getting restricted. If it was an oxygen sensor that was bad, you would have probably gotten an oxygen sensor code, right? Or you would have probably you'd probably see where the sensor is just dead. So when you rev it up, it doesn't move up, it doesn't, it's just dead. It probably just says 0 or a lower reading, you know what I'm saying? And then you'd probably just get a code for it after driving through all the cycles. So a mechanic would understand all this, but for the regular person who's watching this, they ain't gonna understand, right? But as I said, this is what I do in my daily life, right? I was a mechanic, I had a shop, so I kind of have an understanding of this. Some mechanics might disagree what I'm saying, the experts, some will, but this is how I just give it a quick check. I could go in details and put better scanners on there and go in detail and check more, but the way, based on experience, the way I see it's moving, it's not an oxygen sensor. It's the catalytic converter is getting restricted somehow, right? Some mechanics may agree, some may not. Some mechanic don't even know how to read this scanner. So you could, mechanics could come on here and talk all they want to talk. They don't even know how to do data stream on a simple, scanner like this. So some will agree, some won't agree to disagree, but this is what I know that this car needs, right? So there's a check engine light that came on right here. This is one of those wheel sensors is bad. So on these newer cars or modern cars now, they all have sensors inside your rim. That sensor reads the tire pressure that's in your car, right? So that's why when you look on your dash, you could tell, hey, the right rear wheel is low on air. If that sensor goes bad, you'll get a light like that. That little light that with an exclamation mark in it, you get that light, right? That light, I checked it before, and that sensor is bad. That's inside the wheel. It's called a TPMS sensor, tire pressure monitor system. I think it's tire pressure monitor system or something like that. Don't hold me to it. I haven't been doing this in a while now. I've been out of the mechanic over 10 years now, right? So that's what that is. So I would have to put the bigger scan tool on there, check to see which sensor it is, and then just replace that sensor and get it reprogrammed, right? Reprogram that sensor. So we could fix that problem, but it's not gonna let the car not run. I do check the tires manually, with a tire pressure gauge to make sure the tires are good. That's all these fancy stuff is just new stuff. Before, we used to have to check our tires every once a month, once a week, whatever the case is. Right? I see people out here have that system where it tells them the tire pressure, and they still run the tire low. They just don't pay that light no mind, right? And keep driving. So anyhow, I'm gonna reset this light. I already know what it is. It's bank 2. It's a catalytic converter. Let me go back and make sure. Let me tell you what it says. It says catalyst system efficiency below threshold bank 2. So bank 2's catalytic converter is on the right side, I believe. Yeah, it's on the right side of the engine. So it's the right side cat that's going bad. So I have to just replace it. Luckily, I have a friend of mine. He does a lot of work on these kind of cars. More than likely, he'll have one down there. Normally, we'll put a new one on there, but it's really expensive on this car. But he buys and sells this kind of car, so we'll just try and find a used one that's in good condition and put it on there. He has lots of them down there, lots of parts for this car down there, so I'll just see if we could find one that's good. Yeah, and that's it. So it's I know what it is, so I'm just gonna reset it, because sometimes you have false code too, guys. Sometimes it's working, but for some reason there's a glitch and it'll throw a code. In this case, I checked it. It's getting kind of restricted, so we're gonna change it. So what I was saying, sometimes you may reset that light, and when you reset that light, it may never come back. For some reason, it just started working, the way it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna reset it, watch it again. We don't do emissions until the end of the year on this car, so we might get away with it and it's fine. So we'll watch it for a couple weeks. If it does come back, I know I have to change it. I'll just reach out to that friend of mine and get one from him. But yeah, let's go inside. I'm gonna wash my hands. This car is pretty much good now. Brakes are fine. The code that we got is not detrimental. Car will still drive fine. If it clogs real bad, where it's clogged up, then you'll have drivability issues. Most time it'll be good for a minute. Not saying that you should drive forever on a car with that issue. You need to get it changed. So in this case, I'm just gonna watch it for a couple weeks, and then once if I detect another, if it comes back and I see any drivability issues, then I'll just go out and change it. But for now, I'm just gonna watch it and see what happens. But yeah, it turns out to be a good day, nice and sunny. You could see it's nice and sunny with a little bit of clouds, but blue skies. It's a Sunday. Once again, I told you, every Sunday it's always hot and sunny, no matter how the day started. But we're going through the day, guys. Now it's probably around let's see, what time is it? It's on a Sunday. We're about 4:45. So we're going through. It's still a happy day. It's a great day. I already cooked dinner, so I'm gonna make a piece of salmon to eat for my food, and just chill in the backyard. Maybe we have some beers and chill out. I don't really drink beer like that, but I'll probably drink one today. All right, so I'll catch you in a minute. Alright guys, so dinner is ready.